boys, welcome back to a brand new video. And today we're going to be taking a look at 5 things that I believe Forza needs to add to the game, or should add to the game, because I think it would make it significantly better than it is in its current state. Not to say it's a not fun playing game right now, but these are just 5 things that I think are in other games that could be added probably pretty seamlessly. And my first one would actually be on this menu here, probably in the settings, and what it is would be a way to turn off traffic if you were in an offline game mode, because it's no surprise traffic can get in the way a lot of the time, and although it does have its place, it can make for some amazing clips. It can help with your drifting, driving, maneuverability skills. There are a lot of times where I would enjoy turning it off if I was trying to record a video or just trying to have a smooth drift session with some friends. It is better if that traffic isn't there, or at least we have the option to decide when it is. Now, although I can't think of a specific game that has this built in, there are many modifications to already existing games that have done this on their own. So my thought process was, if some people can do this for a game that they love on their own without a major studio behind them, how is it that a full-fledged, massive name game isn't able to incorporate it? And chances are they probably are, but decided not to for reasons unbeknownst to me or maybe you guys at home. However, it would make for getting drift scores much higher, so maybe they could make it so that your drift scores don't count in this mode. I guess when it comes down to that, there's a lot more things to think of than just simply removing traffic. But at the end of the day, it is still completely possible, and it is something that's been asked for since at least Horizon 3, probably even earlier than that, because it could make for some very clean tandems through the city, and it would make drifting a lot easier on wheel and just to learn in general. So not a big ask, something it could definitely do, and I don't really know why they haven't already. The second one comes into customize and upgrades, and it would be the ability to have some base wide body kits that can be applied to every single car. Now, it doesn't have to change the car's physical body, but some fenders that can be added on additionally that are just stock, base for every single car. They look the same, but it would just be a way to spice up every car, so it wouldn't have to be unique to every individual car, which they already try to do, but a set list of body kits that can be put on every car no matter what, I think would be an excellent addition, because again, I don't know how hard that would be to integrate into the game if they would physically have to adjust everyone to fit the car perfectly, which I'm assuming they might. They would probably only be small changes, and for every car to look significantly better, or for you to be able to tailor it exactly how you want, because there are lots of cars, such as the one I'm in right now, that have no body kit modifications and really only rim modifications throughout the game. So if they can do this with the rims, I don't really see why they couldn't do it with body kits, but I feel like it should be something that's talked about being added into the game, or should have been already, because it is in other games, like GTA has done it very, very well. Now, our third one comes over to the Convoy system, and I've talked about this a lot before, but not really in this way. What I believe Forza needs to do is add a way for us to create a friends-only, invite-only convoy that has a password much like CarX. This is one of my favorite things about CarX, actually, is the fact that you can create a convoy with your friends and you don't have to invite them all individually like in Forza, but rather there's a password to enter your room that people can see, read off, and join. And when you're creating this room, the ability to set the weather and the time of day would be unbelievable, because both of these two things are factors that we don't really have control over in Forza unless we are making a race. Now, some of you might say you can just make a race and invite your friends. That neglects the whole password thing, but also I want to be able to explore the entire map without having to create a blueprint and worry about saying whether. I want to just be able to set an open lobby invite to all my friends, because obviously the fact that Forza can hold so many players in one lobby is an amazing thing, but we're very rarely able to utilize it, and it is just a bit of a headache to make use of their massive convoy system. So although it could use a bit of work, I think it could also use the additions of the password to make it even better. However, it is unlikely that we ever see that, because it's just never a step that Forza's taken, and it would be stealing it directly from CarX, because they were one of the first ones to be doing it. I know Assetto Corsa has mods that do it, but again, that was not put out by the company themselves. My fourth one sort of comes full circle to this Hot Wheels expansion, and It would be a demo, a way for people who want to maybe buy the DLC to test drive it in a way, or check out the map, not just through a screen or watching YouTube videos like my own, but give it a quick ride. You get like 30 minutes. Lots of games used to do this back in the day. For some reason, they stopped doing it. Games are now either fully paid or fully free, but I think a demo on all their DLCs or even DLC cars could go a long way into showing people whether they really want to purchase them or not, because lots of these cars don't have full videos on them on the car pass. So giving like a 30-minute trial per car or 30 minutes per week to trial the cars in the car pass could be a very great integration for them, because chances are it would make people purchase the car pass. If there were cars on here that they really enjoyed and wanted to end up buying, they might just buy the car individually or the car pass as a whole if there was multiple. But as it sits right now, they don't really have a way to test any of those out, and I think they could very easily change that. Now, my last point comes full circle back to this area and to the online portion of Horizon 5, which is so incredibly different from Horizon 4, and the Horizon solo aspect of that, where you are able to play in an offline session with AIs. However, what you're not able to do is launch the game when you're not connected to internet, and I don't know for sure, but I do believe you need Xbox Live Gold to launch it, but I'm not certain on that. All I know is for sure you need internet to play this game. Now, I do understand why they did this, because back in Horizon 4, you were able to go back in your console's time and unlock previous cars that were no longer available in the playlist. However, there's surely a better way to fix this rather than locking your game behind an internet-only playstyle, because lots of the time, especially when I moved to a new location, my internet wasn't necessarily good enough to hold up playing Forza as well as streaming. So if I were able to play it offline, completely disconnected from the internet, this would have been a very large help. However, Forza locks you out from doing this, and I think rather than thinking of a creative solution to locking these old cars that had already passed, a ban system or getting just an infraction system of sorts, they just locked it all completely and said you're not able to play offline, which I think was a little bit silly and has eliminated a lot of people from being able to play the game as a whole. Now, it's obvious that no game is perfect, and there's always going to be things that can be added to every game. As well as this one, there are more things that I think can be added that I didn't even think to mention on this one. So if there's things you think I missed that should be added to the game, let me know with a comment down below, and I might make a part 2 on this video, as there are still things I think could be added. If you made it all the way through to the end, also let me know with a comment and I'll try to give you a heart. I don't want you guys to see this video as complaining, because I think Forza, again, is an amazing game. But these are different ways, small ways I think Forza could make it significantly better than its current state. If you agree with me, let me know. As always, we'll see you boys in the next one. I'm out. Peace!